Hello, Lego fans. It is Andy here. Let's talk about Lego. Hope you're doing well. And hey, if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, now is a great time to do so. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my new videos coming out. And if you enjoy this video, go ahead and hit that like button as well. I do appreciate it. Well, I've had a couple of requests to show how I do my mills plate and ballasting on my straight track. I know I've done a speed build video on this a couple different times, but I've never actually shown you in real time how I build it. So that's what we're going to do on this video. Alright, so obviously this is the end product. This is what we're gonna build. This is what's gonna look like. This is ballasted and mills plated. 2 pieces of track on a 32 by 32 plate. So obviously we're going to start with a 32 plate. When I say 32 by 32, I meant 32 by 16. So the first thing we have to do is cut this in half. To cut it in half, we're going to count 16 studs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And this is how I do it. I put 1x8s down for a straight line. So now this is the 16 side. This is the side we want. So I flip it over this way. Take my utility knife. Actually, I'm gonna put some cardboard underneath so I don't cut my desk. Cut along this line. Usually 2 swipes is enough. And then you can simply bend it like that. Take off your 1x8s. Now you got 2 16 by 32 plates. So in this case, we're only going to need 1. So let's set that aside and start building. So I start building this as a standard mills plate, which means I use the 4 corners. We put 2x2s down. And of course, this doesn't matter what color you use. These instructions for building this, by the way, are on the L-Gauge website. I will put a link to it in the description. So we put the 2x2s on the corners, and then we take, this is how I do it. I take my Technic brick, 1x4, and put it on all the corners like this. So it takes 8 of them per plate, like that. And then in between, we're going to put 1x8s, doesn't matter what color. Unless you got a preference on what you want to look at from the side, but it doesn't really matter to me. And then in between those, I usually put these guys, these little mini arches, 1x4s, there, 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 and there. Okay, so now, when we got the basic perimeter done, we're going to take 2x2s and go basically right in front of this 1x4 Technic brick, like that. And then we're going to skip 4 studs, put another one. Skip 6 studs, put another one. Skip another 6 studs, put another one. And then 4 studs, which will end up on the other end like that. And then we're going to duplicate that same pattern on the other side here, just like this. Like that. Now it's time for our 4x8 plate. So take your 4x8 green plate, stick it on like that. This is really quite simple. But somebody wanted to know how to do it, so I'm going to show you how to do it. This side. this side, and boom, there's our green plate. 1x4 or 4x8 green plate. Now we need a couple of 2x8s to go here and here. Now this doesn't matter as far as color goes either. So I'm going to use these blue ones I just got. I'm going to pop one down right there. Pop one down right there. Now you have to put these on first because the 2x2s you put in next are going to go based on where these are at. So next, you're going to take some more 2x2s, and you're going to go one stud away from this 2x8 and start there. Then you're going to skip one stud, put in a double, skip one stud, put in one, skip one stud, put in a double, skip one stud and a single, skip another stud and a double, and skip another stud and a single. And then you'll be one stud away from this 2x8. Now, you're going to take 3 more 2x8s and go right here in the center of these doubles. Right there, and right there. So you got that structure. Now, you can proceed in a couple different ways. I usually put my 1x8s on next, which you're going to need 1x8s in dark gray. And you're going to go one stud out on the 4x8 plate. Actually, you know what? Let's start with 1x4s so that they're offset. Yeah, you want to offset them of the 4x8. So we'll start with a 1x4 there. It's one plate or one stud out from the inside of the plate. So we'll do that on all 4 sides. If I can get it in the right place. There we go. There. And there. Then we'll take our 1x8s and go in here, and here, here, there, there, and there. So you're going to need 6 1x8s per plate and 4 1x4s. Now, we're going to go, we need some 1x2s, and again, the color doesn't matter. I'm using these these light blue ones that I got for some reason. I don't know what I bought them for, but they're good for this kind of stuff, that the color doesn't matter. So you're going to put those like that, perpendicular to your 1x8s on both sides. That'll be what your track holds onto. And then in the middle, where the seam of the track is, you're going to want to put 2x2s, 2x2 plates. Let me grab some of them. In this case, I'm using red. Doesn't matter what color. I'm going to put those there like that. And then, let's see. We need some 2x4s. I'm going to use these new bright green 2x4s I just got. And you're going to put one here, and then one on either side of the middle 2x8 like that, and then one over here. And that's it for your 2x4s. Now we're going to take 2x2 tiles. I use yellow, doesn't matter what color. We're going to put 2 here, one here on top of that 2x4, 2 here on the outer edge. Make sure they go all the way up against the 1x8s, and then 2 in the middle. And then one on this 2x4. And since we use these 2x2 red ones on the outside here, we're just going to put 2 of these yellow ones, or these tiles, in the middle. And then one here on this 2x4. Out here again. 2 in the middle. One on this 2x4. And then 2 here in the middle. And that's basically your mills plate. Now, we're going to take 2 pieces of standard straight railroad tracks and flip it upside down. Then we're going to take, now this here, it doesn't matter whether you use 2x8s, 2x16s. I like to use 2x16s because it's less pieces. And you put them on the outer edge of the track like this. Like this. Flip it over. Like I said, you can use 2x8s on this too, but they have to be dark gray because they will be seen. Like that. Now, Some people like to, well, yeah, the official instructions tell you to put a layer of 2x8 in the middle, basically like this and like this. But I like to save on parts, so I only put one down the middle instead. But also I want to save on my gray, because this one will not be seen. I'm going to use blue in the middle. And just go straight down the center like this. And you'll see what the purpose of this is in a minute. So I'm going to do that. So then that's done on the bottom. Flip it over, and you're going to stick it right on top of your Mills plate. There, there, and there. So now you got to cover up this blue, and we're going to do that with these 2x4 dark grays right there on top of that blue 2x8 we just put in. All right, so now you can still see the blue coming through these holes a little bit, but the 1x4 ties will mostly cover that. And you can only see it when you're looking like straight above it, so it's not too bad. So next, we're going to get our brown 1x4s. Start laying those down on top of here. Now, it doesn't matter if you start at the end or you start in one stud. It's always going to be at the end and in one stud on the other end. So go back and put these on. Now that's tedious enough, but then these 1x1s are even, well, before we put the 1x1s on, we got to put 1x2s on in these holes here in between the original railroad ties. Fill those in. I almost always forget that step because I'm wanting to jump ahead and put my 1x1s on as soon as my 1x4s are on there. And then I realize, wait a minute, can't do that yet. Okay, let's start over here. All right, now comes the tedious task of putting the 1x4s down, or 1x1s, I'm sorry. Right on the outside of the 1x4s, obviously. So it looks like there's a continuous tie going underneath the rails all the way down here. All right, now to make sure that they're all straight, because they're all kind of crooked now, we're going to take a 1x8 and just kind of go down through here and line them all up. Same on this side. And now they're all straight. So there you go. That's it. It's pretty simple. Like I said, I'll post the official instructions in the comment section, or not the comment section, but down below in the description. And then you can go from there. But yeah, it's pretty simple to build. You just got to build a lot of them like I've had to do. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy installed. All right, guys, there it is. We got a couple of them here. I built a couple of them, stretching out this side on the track, so we got a few more to go to finish that up. But we'll get it. We'll get there. You know, I was joking around a little bit on the last video about wishing I could extend this raised line out to the other platform here, and now I'm seriously considering trying to do it. I don't think it's impossible. I think I could basically take out this corner right here, run the corner the other direction, just like the ground line, basically run it on top of the ground line on this corner, you know, and come on top of the ground line all the way over to this curve, and then go, I don't know where we would go from there, but that would get it onto this platform. And then coming back, we would come right on top of this track all the way over here, and then instead of curving to this way to this with this track, it would go kind of it would kind of curve. It could be like a kind of like an S curve. It would curve this way and then back that way to match up with that straight part right there. I I think it could be done. What do you guys think? It's going to take a lot of parts and a lot of work, but I think it could be done. And then as far as the layout goes in here, I think I would probably just take it I don't know, maybe come in and run it instead of curving with that track, come straight across here and curve and go over this track here, and then maybe go halfway down or something, and then curve around, and then no, we couldn't do that because we couldn't match up with the other track because that's the track that's coming in on. So we'd have to turn around and have it run parallel next to that track, basically, and then curve around up here and then come back on this track. Like I said, it'd be a lot of parts and it'd be a lot of work, but I think I could pull it off. You know, there's probably going to be some problems along the way, but I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? You think it's worth trying? I mean, I love my railroads. I love my trains. So, you know, we brought the ground line in here, so maybe we can bring the raised line in here. I don't know. Or you could have a whole separate raised line in here. It's not connected to the other one, but I don't know. The other thing is, you know, how much room is it going to take up on the platform? And that's going to take away from buildings and city stuff too. So you got to consider that as well. But I don't know. I think it's worth trying. So you guys let me know what your opinion is in the comments below, and I'll seriously consider what you guys tell me. So from that point, I think that's about all I have for you today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking me along. I do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to try to upload videos a little bit more often than I have been. So when I get the time, I'll definitely do that for you. And so we can see the city grow here, which I'm excited to do because it's been kind of stagnant here lately. But road plates are looking really, really good from this angle. And I like to turn the corner here and the railroad and everything. So, all right, guys, until next time, take care of yourselves. Have a lovely day, and I will see you soon. All right, bye-bye.